Good morning. Welcome to lecture 3 of Unit 2. Today we are going to discuss about carrier concentration and position of Fermi level in N-type semiconductors. So in the earlier classes we have discussed how we get an N-type semiconductor. So when an pentavalent impurities like phosphorus, arsenic, antimony is added to pure silicon or germanium, we get an N-type semiconductor. So when you see the energy band diagram, this is the valency band and conduction band of pure silicon, and this is an ED, which we call it as donor energy level, where the phosphorus atoms will reside initially. So when we slightly increase the temperature, people came to know that instead of the valency band electron going to the conduction band, initially the phosphorus atoms, which have 5 valence electrons, is readily donating its 5th valence electron, which is not involving in the bonding of silicon. So the 5th valence electron of phosphorus atom will go from donor energy level to the conduction band. So when the phosphorus atom is giving up its valence electron, it becomes an ion. So the number of electrons in the conduction band initially is now equal to the number of phosphorus donor ions. Why we call it as donor means readily donating its 5th valence electron. So we can observe that there are no holes created in the valency band initially. But when the temperatures are increased further, valence electrons of silicon atom will go to the conduction band, thereby creating a hole in the valency band. So the number of charge carriers now in the N-type semiconductor are holes in the valency band, but electrons in the conduction band are created in two ways. One is when the phosphorus atom is going from donor energy level to the conduction band, and when the hole from valency band, valence electron is going to from VB to CB, thereby creating a hole. So holes are created only in one way, whereas electrons are created in two ways. That's why the electrons are the majority charge carriers in N-type and holes are the minority charge carriers in N-type. Now we are going to calculate the carrier concentration and Fermi level in N-type semiconductor. So in this type of semiconductor, there will be donor levels formed at an energy ED as discussed. So we can, in other ways, we can say that this ED is accommodating the phosphorus atoms. Nd represents the number of impurity atoms per unit volume of a semiconductor. So impurity atoms is nothing but phosphorus atoms adding to the pure silicon or germanium. At low temperatures, all donor levels are filled with electrons. With increase of temperature, and more donor atoms get ionized and the density of electrons in the conduction band increases. So now we have to calculate the number of electrons in conduction band, number of holes in the valency band, which we did earlier in the case of in the intrinsic semiconductor. But additionally, we need to find the number of donors that are present in the donor energy level. So density of electrons in the conduction band as we derived in the intrinsic semiconductor was taken to be N is equal to 2 into 2 pi me star kBt by h square whole power 3 by 2 into exponential EF minus EC by KT. This we have already derived. Now the Fermi level lies exactly midway between EC and ED, initially at T is equal to 0 Kelvin. That we are going to prove again. Now the density of empty donor levels is given by Nd into 1 minus f of Ed is approximately equal to Nd exponential Ed minus Ef by Kt. So at low temperatures, there are no excitations of the electrons from donor level to the conduction band. So hence density of donors and the electron density in conduction band should be same. So as said earlier, the number of electrons in the conduction band is equal to the number of donor ions. Initially, no valence electron is moving from VB to CB. So when we equate with these two, so number of electrons in CB and number of donor ions equated here, is equal to Nd into exponential Ed minus Ef by kBt. So taking logarithm on both sides and calculating, initially we calculate for the Fermi level. So 2Ef is equal to Ec plus Ed plus Kt log Nd by this factor. So Ef is equal to Ec plus Ed by 2, because all this factor at temperature 0 Kelvin becomes 0. So we will be left over with only Ef is equal to Ec plus Ed by 2. As said earlier, the Fermi level lies exactly midway between the conduction band and the donor level. Substituting equation 2 in 1, we get, now we need to calculate the number of donor ions. So n is equal to 2nd whole power of 2 pi me star kt by h square whole power 3 by 2 exponential ed minus ec by 2 kt. This is the total expression for the number of electrons in the n-type semiconductor, which are the majority charge carriers. Now, when you say the position of the Fermi level, as calculated earlier, at 0 Kelvin, the Fermi energy is midway between EC and ED. Suppose if this is EC and if this considered as ED, the Fermi level lies exactly the midway between EC and ED. But when temperatures are increased, more and more number of electrons from valency band go to the conduction band. Therefore, the Fermi level slightly decreases and reaches to the midway between VB and CB. So at higher temperatures, an n-type semiconductor Fermi level reaches to the intrinsic behavior. So this is a special observation that we can see in the case of n-type semiconductor. So in this class, we have discussed about n-type semiconductor, position of Fermi level, total carrier concentration, and the donor energy level ions. Thank you.